My husband forbade me from talking to a childhood friend. He yelled at me in front of my children. "Don't you ever talk to him again?" he roared, fists clenched, as if he had uncovered the worst betrayal. I froze. Luis was my childhood friend, the one who used to hold my hand on the way to school when I was too scared to cross the street, the one who lent me his notebooks when my father was sick and I couldn't study. To me, he was almost like a brother. He just sent me a message asking about Mom. What's so wrong with that? I dared to answer, though my voice trembled. He snatched the phone out of my hands and threw it onto the couch. "From now on, that man doesn't exist for you." At first, I thought it was just a passing scene, a groundless fit of jealousy. But no. From that day on, every notification on my phone became a reason to argue. He would check my messages, look for suspicious names, and every time he saw Luis even in a group chat, he exploded. I tried to stay calm, to avoid provoking him, to keep the children from seeing fights. But things got worse when my mother got sick and needed help. Luis, who had always been close to my family, offered to go with me to the hospital. I didn't even have to ask, he just showed up. And when I saw him, with that same kind smile, I felt such relief it nearly made me cry. That same day, my husband arrived at the hospital. I don't know how he found out. He stormed into the waiting room, furious. He grabbed my arm so hard he left a bruise. "Is this how you repay me? With this spectacle?" He spat through his teeth while everyone stared. Luis tried to calm him down, but my husband shoved him like he was an intruder. I just stood there, paralyzed, ashamed, trembling inside. From then on, he strictly forbade me from ever seeing Luis again. And it wasn't just a ban, he watched me. If I went shopping, he checked the receipts. If I called someone, he demanded to see the call log. Over time, my friends began drifting away, tired of him always hovering over me like a guard. I was left alone, trapped within four walls, with a husband who disguised absolute control as love. But the worst came one Sunday. We were at my in-laws' house, and he stepped outside for a moment. I took the chance to quietly check my phone and found a message from Luis. "I know you're scared, but you're not alone. If you need help, let me know." The moment I read it, I felt both relief and terror. I didn't realize my husband had come back inside. He ripped the phone out of my hands, read the message, and looked at me with a fury I had never seen before. "Are you mocking me right to my face?" he shouted so loudly the glasses on the table rattled. That night, he locked me in the bedroom and told me that if I ever contacted Luis again, he would take me to court, accuse me of cheating, and take the kids away from me. I didn't sleep. I spent the hours staring at the ceiling, a knot in my throat. I wanted to scream, to run away, but I didn't know how. The ending came in the most unexpected way. One afternoon, I received a call from the police. My husband had been in a car accident. He was drunk, and while trying to dodge another car, he crashed into a pole. He was in the hospital, in critical condition. When I arrived, I saw him on the stretcher, hooked up to machines, so fragile I could hardly recognize him. For days, the doctors fought to save him, but he didn't make it. When word spread, Luis came to the funeral. He walked toward me cautiously, as if afraid someone would still forbid me from speaking to him, but there was no one left who could. He held me tightly, and for the first time in years, I felt like I could breathe.